Yes, indeed. What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Zoey's Got a Dad podcast. Y'all already know what it is. Let me just bring her in here. You know what I'm saying? She is my baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Present and accounted for. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one co-host for the Zoey's Got a Dad podcast, Zoey Marie Green. Yeah, let's give it up for her real quick.
And first of all, you're the co-host. Thank you.
If you are a host, right, and you have somebody else on the show with you, what does that make you?
But I'm the host. You're the co-host.
All right.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
So if you were doing this by yourself, what would that make you?
A host.
All right. Now that you have somebody else who's hosting with you, what does that make you?
A host.
I need you to go back to English class and learn proper usage. That's what I need for you to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the co-host of the Zoey's Got a Dad podcast, and I would be none other than the dad, a.k.a. QG, a.k.a. Pushin' P. Jquest.green, y'all. Let's hear it out for him. Yeah. Let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for him. Yeah, let's hear it for him. Because there's a lot of hate.
Y'all ever hear something come out and you ever have that one person who just like keeps doing it and doing it and doing it, after a while it gets old?
Whatever.
That would be him.
Whatever. What have you ever brought to me
that you didn't use times 10?
Yeah. Can you tell me anything that you ever brought to me?
I don't know, Daddy.
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't have good memory. You know that.
You ain't got a whole lot of good stuff, but we ain't gonna speak on that.
You woke up and chose violence or something?
No, I didn't choose violence. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't come for me.
I didn't come for you. Oh,
all right.
She said she didn't want to.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, we forgot our special
Coco.
You know what I'm saying? Special appearance by the household pet. You know what I'm saying? All she do is eat, sleep, and
bark
and walk around. Ladies and gentlemen, Coco. Yeah, let's hear it for Coco. Let's hear it for Coco. Yeah, indeed. All jokes aside, though, a lot going on this week. So I don't know. It's been a weird kind of week for me personally. Just in my own personal stuff. I've had a lot of wins this week. We dropped a couple more pounds due to the diet that we're on right now. Blood glucose levels are going down. Blood pressure back to normal. Don't have to take no medication. So those are some of the wins for this week. But I've also been paying attention to my mental health as well. I mean, all of us really should pay attention to our mental health. And I've seen a lot on the news this week that troubles me. It troubles me. So yeah, that's what's going on. Anything special going on with you this week? How has the week been? I see we're tired.
Man, tired has not been the word this week. Oh gosh. I've been working my butt off, going to school.
Okay.
Come home, do homework, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, do it all over again.
That's it. That's the life of a student. I mean, and it's a good thing because it's really and truly it's preparing you for what life looks like. Because when you get older, you do the same thing. You go to work, you come home, you find time to unwind. You know what I'm saying? You get up in the morning, give God thanks. You do it all over again. Like there's a routine. Life has a routine, or a rhythm, I should say. And I think this is that part of life where you learn in the rhythm. So, yeah, that's it. As always, y'all know that we like to do what Zoe calls the Behind the Counter Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me, Zoe. What is popping at the Behind the Counter Chronicles at your place of employment?
So, one good thing this week, I finally got my $150 bonus, $150 bonus on my paycheck.
Wow.
Due to how many cards we get, our credit, however many people we get to apply for a credit card. And my year to date for credit cards, I want to say is 2 something, so like 200 something cards. So I had been surpassed my $150 bonus, and I was waiting on all my gifts and treats to come back. Yeah, right. Let me hold $20. But yeah. And then, oh, she says she want to speak. Oh. Anyway, another good thing, this lady had came in closer to when we were closing, and the little girl that the lady was with, her daughter, I'm guessing, she was just the cutest little thing. She had just got her nails done, and she was like, guess how old I am? So the girls, I was like, I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay, she's probably 11. She goes, yeah, 10. And I just got my nails done for my birthday. I was like, oh, I remember when I first got my first acrylic set. The little girl was so sweet. And the lady was even sweeter. You know, I was signing her up for a card. She had spent well over $350 on clothes. And she was explaining to me, you know, just simple conversation, explaining to me how she, you know, was working on her credit. She didn't want to ruin it. I let her know that it is a soft credit check.
Right.
And so she did it anyway, and of course she got approved. Right. And you know, I was just talking to her about all the perks that she gets with the card and all the exclusive member deals that she gets first come first serve on. And you know, she was super sweet. She wasn't that shopper that just comes in and keeps shopping even though the store is closed. She came in, she got what she needed, and she was like out. And she got a card.
Oh, so she did get approved.
Yeah, she did get approved for the card.
Praise God for that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, how when you assist people in what you do, I mean, how do you feel? You know what I'm saying, when they get what they were looking for? Because I'm sure you were happy for it that she got.
Yeah, it definitely makes me happy. I can definitely speak for myself when I say this. I'm definitely one of those people. When you come into the store, I'm going to help you find exactly what you need. If it's in here, I'm going to find it. If it says it's in here, I'm going to find it. And if it's not in here, we're either going to order it online or we're going to find it out in the store. Period, point blank. And I love helping people because I know what it is to finally go into a store and be like, oh my gosh, they didn't have my size in this, or I didn't like how this style fit me, and I didn't like how this looked on me, and I didn't like this style. So I'm going to help you. And I love clothes. Okay. That's me.
I love it. Yeah, let's give Zoe, you know what I'm saying, shouts out to Zoe for helping people being, you know what I'm saying, letting your light so shine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, no. Speaking also, now that you just said that, it reminded me, this little boy came into the store this week. Oh my gosh, the sweetest little boy in the world. So he had just got his money from the Tooth Fairy, and he came to buy his shirt, and he was like, well, the shirts had to be like $10. I think he bought like a $10 shirt or two $5 shirts or something like that. And he was like, well, here's $10. And his mom said, well, honey, there's some tax in that. We got to see what the tax is. So he goes, well, here's $13 and there's the tax. And he was just so cute. And his mom was like, oh, he was trying to give me his money when he came in here. And she was explaining to me that he had learned in school that you have to fill up somebody's cup. And when you fill up somebody's cup, that makes them happy. And so he was in the store, and he was trying to pay for his sister's stuff. He got his sister something, and he just warmed my heart so much. He was just the sweetest little thing, and he was making us laugh, and I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think it's dope when parents teach their children object lessons, and for him to be able to tell you that he had been learning about filling, you know, other people's cup. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reminded of a couple of texts. You know what I'm saying? The first one is definitely give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over with good measure. A lot of us want to be blessed. A lot of us want to receive stuff, but we don't want to give nothing. You feel me? And I think that that's dope for him. How old would you say he was?
Man, the boy couldn't be no older. He had to be like 7 or 8. He was just the sweetest little thing. And I don't even think he understood the full entirety of what he was like saying. But I was just like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You have no idea how sweet you are. And we need more people like you in the world. I can't remember exactly what he said. He just said something, and it just made my heart just, melt.
But he knew enough to know that he had been learning about filling people's cups.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, and he's practicing it at an early age. So that's dope. So shouts out to mom, whoever mom is, and shouts out to little man. Did you ever get their names?
I didn't.
Maybe you should start doing that so we can, and then you could tell them, listen, I have a podcast, listen to it, and then we can shout them out on the cast. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yes, indeed, that is the you know what I'm saying, look at this one, tap dancing through the house.
Dancing.
Go and sit down somewhere.
Now she want to sit back.
Tap dancing through the house. But yeah, that is the Behind the Counter Chronicles, you know what I'm saying, at Zoe's place of employment. So yeah, Zoe, a lot going on this week. School is coming down to a pause for a moment.
Yes.
Yes.
Spring break is next week.
Yes.
Thank God. I praise God for spring break.
What is it? What's so special about spring break?
I don't have to worry about turning in no assignment.
Yeah.
I just get a break to just sit on my butt and not do nothing. Like, oh my gosh. Well, I was going to go on a trip, but that didn't happen. Okay. But I might still be going on a trip. So we'll see how that goes. But it's just a time where I could just spend not having to stress about deadlines and homework and essays and math and all this other stuff.
I love it. But so you said you were wanting to go on a trip, but that didn't happen. So let's talk about that a little bit. Talk about that. So what happened?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So me and my friend Kenzie and my other friend Shael, shouts out to Kenzie. That's my home right there, my ace boon coon. We go way back. Me, Kenzie, and Shael were trying to plan a trip to go to Tennessee.
These are your friends in Atlanta?
Yes, these are my friends in Atlanta. We were trying to plan a trip to go to Tennessee. There's nothing really in Tennessee. We just we didn't want to go to the beach because all the kids from college were going to be at the beach in Florida and all that. So we wanted to stay away from that.
Right.
So we just wanted to go to Tennessee to be like, hey, we took a road trip to Tennessee, like, oh my gosh, spring break, just creating memories type thing.
Right.
Came and asked Daddy. He was like, nope, absolutely not. Shut it down.
Yep.
Shut it down.
Yep. Now I did, but I did for a number of different reasons, right? Not because I'm trying to first and foremost, do you think that I'm shutting it down to ruin your fun?
The way that he did it, yes.
The way that I did it, you think that I was trying to ruin your fun?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. No.
If you felt that, speak truth on it.
No, I don't think that you were trying to ruin my fun. I knew exactly why you were doing it.
Okay.
But at the time, I was just like, oh my gosh, well, there's that. I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. All right. So I want to be clear that you know that I wasn't doing it to ruin your fun.
No, I don't necessarily think that you were trying to do it to ruin my fun.
Do I ever try anything to ruin your fun?
No.
Are there some things sometimes that I may not necessarily agree with you doing, but I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and let you do this anyway?
Probably, yeah.
Probably? Or you know that I've done that before?
I'm sure you have, but
okay, but you're not paying attention to it because you got what you wanted, so you just...
No, not even that. My memory is just, I'm sure you have, but if you ask me like for a specific scenario, I have to seriously think about it because I can't.
Okay, good. So the reason that and I explained it to you, but I think it's important for fathers and daughters, or just fathers, period, to be able to have conversations with their children, especially those that are adolescent age, teenage, especially teenage. And now you are at the height of, like, after, not even after this year, come October, you turn 20, right? And here's the funny thing. I'm not trying to prevent you from growing, prevent you from going to the next level, but we do live in a different place, space, and time. And if I'm going to allow anything of that, I want to make sure that I know. Now, when you leave the comfort of, you know what I'm saying, our home, right, and you go live on your own, you're going to make your own decisions, but hopefully you will consider your safety. Because let's keep it 100, Zoe. You got the mindset that if it look good and it feel good, like you gonna jump in with both feet. You know what I'm saying? If it look good and if it feel good, you're gonna jump in with both feet. But what I have learned,
to a degree, yes.
Not necessarily to a degree. I've seen you do some stuff, and sure you've let me put the disclaimer on it that you have made major adjustments over the last couple of years. I would say the last 2 years. I'm talking about major adjustments as to how you used to behave and who you are as an individual and moving into adulthood now. And I got to take my hat off to you for those things, right? But there are some instances even now where you throw sometimes caution to the wind, and not because It's something that you intentionally do, but it is according to your wiring. If you remember some time ago, you took the DISC assessment, did you not?
Yes.
And what did do you remember anything the DISC assessment?
I was a gorilla, a high I or whatever the gorilla
You were a
is.
high D and a high I,
Yeah,
but
that.
you lean more to your I than you do your D. In other words, you are more enthusiastic. You are more all about the experience.
Well, because my thing is, I feel like I'm at the age where like this is the time to make memories. This is the time to do things like this is the time to make memories. And so I'm not necessarily like disregarding my safety, but I feel like I'm in a position where I could do what I want to do. And you trust me, and I have a certain sense of responsibility.
You do.
So yeah, that was my whole thing about it.
Well, see, here's the funny thing about creating memories, and I get it. Once again, DISC assessment is true. And here's the funny thing. You and I are wired exactly alike, right? The only thing is I know my blind spots and you don't. That's the only difference between the two of us, right? And when I say that, I mean, like, you're right. This is a time, really and truly, life is made for memories. So not only, like at this time, but you think anything is creating memories right now in your teen years? Wait till you get into your 20s and you get to your mid 20s and your late 20s when you really in life and you really doing what you're supposed to be doing. Why? Because school and training is over and now you making money and you doing your thing. And now you can take trips not only to Tennessee, you and your girls can take trips to Antigua, to Tobago, to Rome, to Paris, when you have a clique of friends. My thing is right now is that you're young and I'm still responsible for your care. And I want to know without a shadow of a doubt that when I release you into that world, right? Because here's the funny thing, forgiving we may be in this house. The world is so unforgiving. The world is so take, more of take, and less of give, right? And you think nobody in the world cares that you are, 19 and young and just starting out and the daughter of, I'm telling you, the world is full of savages. You feel me? And so that was the thing for me. Did I have anything against Kinsey or what's your other friend's name? Shael. No, I don't. Here's my thing. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And not only do I not know them, I don't know their parents. I don't know the family, right? But if you want to move with Zoey, it's not a problem for me because I know Zoey. I know her mom. I know her mom's, fiance. Her mom and Faith work together at in the same place, right? And so that was the thing for me. What are your thoughts when you hear parents like really thinking about stuff to that degree, but you guys are focused on just wanting to do what you want to do for that particular?
I mean, you're not going to know every single parent of every single friend that you're like, I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right, because there's people that you go to school with, that you have friends with there. You have all of those different things going on. But if you're going to leave to go away for the weekend and go with, you know what I'm saying? I would want to know who it is that you're going with, at least, and know the family of the people. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so let's take this into consideration. You and I both know somebody, and I'm not going to use any extra names or any extra anything, who went away on a trip with some friends to, and an unfortunate circumstance or thing happened to her while she was there. Parents don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. She's the only one who knows. And now she's having to deal with that from an emotional, mental, all this different stuff. I wonder what would have happened, or what could have happened, or could the people have been brought to justice who were involved in the incident. You understand what I'm saying? Like whenever you go away from my protection, like, because for real, Zoe, I'm not gonna lie to you. If anything even remotely close like that happened to you, I promise you, I'm going to violate the law in some way, shape, or form. and it'll probably garner me jail time.
Well,
and I don't think we think that far out into it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can definitely say that. I mean, over the years, have gotten rid of friends that I knew just wouldn't have my best interest in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that you would know that if any person I'm going on a trip with, away with, that I know that they would have my best interest at heart, or have my, just like have my safety in their mind, have, anything, like any friend that I'm around now, like I just know nonetheless that they're always going to have my back.
Right. And I understand having your back. But what ends up happening if you go and somebody says, oh, I invited so-and-so to come and meet for the weekend, but you don't know until after the fact that you leave.
But that's the thing. The person that Kids EHIO would never do that, because we know each other. We've been friends for so long, and we've been around each other's families for so long, and we just know each other like that. But we're close like that. That's almost family.
Here's the thing, though, that we have to deal with. We have to deal with and anticipate what happens if it does happen. Because we can't say it won't happen. I've had friends before that I swore up and down thought would move with a particular level of character and integrity when it comes to certain things, right? And then here's the funny thing. They may not have, done something major in terms of an offense, but from a character perspective, even the small things matter. So what happens if that happens? Say nothing happens and you come back and they invited somebody to go. Nothing really happened, but you came back and was like, oh, okay, nothing happened, but somebody else came on the trip. What would you think?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? And that's that's what I'm saying. In terms of your development as an individual, understanding how people operate and how they move. As a father, it's my job. It's my responsibility. Like, Zoe, for real, do you know what kind of mental breakdowns I would have to know? Because you're always going over and over in your head, what could I have done as a father in terms of the realm of my responsibilities that could have prevented our special friend, right? Do you think her parents know right now?
I don't know. She's not close to her parents.
Okay, good. You understand? And here's another reason. What do you think her not being, let me rephrase the question. Do you think her not being close with her parents might have added to in some way, shape, or form for that whole thing to happen?
Probably.
Yeah. I would think so. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think for us, it's not that we try to ruin fun. We want you guys, like, for real, and for any other father, like, for real, when y'all listen to this podcast, I really want to hear some of the feedback that the fathers might have to offer, the parents and mothers too. I want to just hear from the parents, period. Like, and then I want to hear from the teenagers as well. You know what I'm saying? For some of you who are moving into, now I know some of y'all parents are like for real, overly protective. You feel me? Like, you're overly protective. Do you think I'm overly protective?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't go anywhere and I don't do anything. And that's solely the purpose, that I don't go anywhere or do anything, because I know that every time I come to ask you, it's going to be no.
No, that's Zoe. Then that's your fault then, and you're losing out because you drew conclusions about stuff that's not true.
If you don't know them, if you don't know their family, it's an automatic no. Am I right or am I right?
No, it's not. If you're going on a road trip and I don't know them,
I'm outside of the road trip.
Okay, but if it's just something around here, okay. Case in point, when you were going out with a particular individual and I didn't know them, when the first time that he came to, all I was interested in doing is meeting the individual that was taking you out, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shouldn't I want to meet the person that's taking you out anywhere?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that was all I was concerned about. And here's the funny thing. When I picked up my vibes and I drew my conclusion about who that particular person was, did it end up not being true?
Yeah, I did.
But see, so that's what I'm saying. If you don't go anywhere and don't do anything, it's not because I want to ruin the fun or I'm going to say no. I've said yes to a number of different things, have I not? You've gone and taken day trips
with
2
Zoey.
hours. Okay, with Zoey.
I'm talking about that's because you know Zoey and her family and her parents or whatever.
Yeah, but a lot of the other times, Zoey, you want to take go out and you want to do stuff with boys. And I may not know women, but I'm telling you, I know boys. And I'm telling you, like some of the dudes that you choose to pick to go out with, I'm like, okay, cool. And I already draw my conclusion. And I shouldn't say I've drawn my conclusion, but there are certain things that give me whim to like, okay, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm going to trust her judgment and trust her decision. And here's the funny thing. You know, you got curfew and you've been responsible. You've come in at curfew. You've called me. Daddy, can I go here with so-and-so and do this? Daddy, can I go here and do so-and-so with this person? And what have I said? Have I said no?
No.
With your friend, when you want to go to dinner sometimes after you leave work. And
I mean, I'm not. Yeah.
But it is somewhere though, right?
No, it's somewhere.
So yeah, I'm not overly protective. I say yes, but I'm smart when it comes to you though. What we don't want to ever do is experience something that just like legit will have us broken down and say, yo, I could have did this or I could have did that to prevent it from happening. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts on or how do you feel about that whole situation? Do you honestly feel like if you come and ask me something about, like, I'm going to say no most of the time?
Yeah.
Why?
Because.
Do I have a habit? Do I have a history of saying no?
Yes.
Tell me what I've said no. Tell me the history of things that I said no to.
Daddy, I can't do that because I don't have good memory.
Yeah, because
but like when I was in high school and I'd ask to go anywhere, no.
Zoey, okay, let's
absolutely not.
Okay, was your behavior indicative of going anywhere to do anything in terms of if we talking within the realm of high school? Let's keep it 100. Some of the stuff that you were doing at school, and then when I would ask you to go, knowing that if you go into if you were doing some of the stuff that you were doing in high school that literally like for real, put me in a position where I wanted to kill you. And then you asked me to go somewhere with a couple of friends. Tell the truth. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a grip. But that's what I'm saying. So between the time that you've become who you are right now, and I know it's difficult. I know it's not stuff that you normally want to hear. Here's what I understand about young people. We want to separate the track record, right? When we want to go and do something, but we want to include it when we're talking about the track record in terms of our parents, right? So you want to include the track record when it comes to me saying no based upon, you know what I'm saying, everything it's in its entirety, but you want to separate it and that's not just you, that's most teenagers, period. You know what I'm saying? So since the time that we've seen the switch, right? And since the time that you have been like as responsible as you've been in this season, right? Do you know me to say no to all the stuff that you've done? In ratio to yes and no. No. Okay. So let's keep it 100 then. Like, what did I say freedom was a byproduct of?
Responsibility.
Okay, good. And because you've exhibited responsibility in a major way, what have I done?
I don't know. You become more lenient, I guess.
Huh?
You become more lenient, I guess.
I'm saying, give me my props.
Yeah, you become more lenient, Daddy.
No, but you saying it now like it's like in sarcasm, because you know that I do exhibit a certain level of restraint when it comes to stuff that you want to do, like, and you're not considering all the other details to it. But the fact of the matter is, Zoey, that I love you more than you even understand. I love you more than you understand. And as long as I'm your father, even when you're a grown woman, there's still, and here's the funny thing, when you get older and you leave and you make some decisions, I'm not going to agree with everyone, but I'm going to have to respect it. Why? Because you're an adult. But while you under my care, it is my job and my responsibility to make sure that and I get it, you just want to do what you want to do, and that's fine. But I will live to see the day when you come back and you say, Daddy, all them times that, you know what I'm saying, that we like, for real, thank you. You don't think so?
I guess we'll have to wait for that time to come.
All right, so then we'll wait for that time to come then. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Nope.
Why?
I don't have nothing to say.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all already know what it is, man. From shaky to good, from good to great. Ultimately, what we want is dope family relationships. But I realize, man, that dope family relationships don't just happen, right? We want phenomenal family relationships. They don't just happen. It takes work. And as long as I'm daddy, and as long as I'm making sure that, keeping you protected within reason, because I'm not going to be overprotective. And slowly but surely, here's the funny thing, I'm going to draw back. Why? Because I know I need to in order for you to develop. And here's the funny thing, you're going to want to pick and choose when you want me to be daddy and when you don't want me to be daddy. But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all already know what it is. Now she don't got nothing to say. Y'all already know what it is, man. Zoey's Got a Dad podcast. See y'all on the next episode. Y'all feel me? Peace.